everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Tell Us Your Tale podcast. Like always, I'm here, KP.
And Smed.
And thankfully tonight we're joined by Leona.
You alright?
Hey up. Leona, I've known for a few years. She's worked as an apprentice and worked her way up from sweeping floors to having the patience and the wisdom to hide my hairline. So she's a miracle. A miracle worker behind the scissors. So when I mentioned that I were doing the podcast, I kindly reached out to Leona one day and asked if she'd join us. Tell us a bit about herself, and I'm sure people might learn and hopefully reach out to one of us three with a question or any advice. So if you want to just tell us a bit about yourself, and me and Jake can trip in with any questions here or there. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm Leona, 21, been barbering for about 4 years. Worked at Mackey's before that actually, like sweeping floors, making burgers.
Fucking dab hand with brush then.
Yeah. Bottom up pile. Yeah, and then I sort of started at Yorkshire Chair.
How did you get on there?
I asked Wobbs for a job, to be fair. Well, I sort of forced him to take me on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were his first apprentice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you know him before, like?
Well, I used to go to a shop that he worked at before, and I was doing college. I was doing a course at college, and I sort of knew that he was opening his own shop, so I thought, there's my opportunity.
Yeah, good on you.
Good on you. Grabbed it by both hands.
Were you straight in for... So, at college, were you studying to be a barber?
Yeah. So it was like, I think it was level 1, like starter, and then I had to get an apprenticeship to do the next year in college, so it was kind of a bit of pressure.
Oh, sweet.
Did you ever think between doing barbering and hairdressing, was it ever a choice, or did you just literally want to be a barber?
I've always just been interested in barbering, to be fair. I've never really looked at hairdressing side, even though there is a lot of hairdressing in barbering. I find it a bit daunting, hairdressing, to be fair.
Yeah.
Different thing altogether, innit?
Yeah.
I think it's a proper, like...
It's a craft.
Absolutely, but I think it's a really good trade to be in at minute.
Yeah.
I can't, like, I have to get my hair cut like every 2 weeks. This is just over 2 weeks now, but everyone I know gets their hair cut either every 7, 10 or 14 days, like no more than that.
And I don't know about obviously when we were growing up, it were wherever your mum and dad took you. It were whatever were cheapest, or do you know what I mean? And now it's like a, I don't want to sound cheesy, but a bit of an experience sort of getting a haircut, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Yeah, the barber shops have massively blown up, like a traditional barber shop where you get a beer, or do you know what I mean?
It's like when you see it on films in America, you know, like they always portray it black barbershop, and it's almost like a community vibe, and everyone's chilling out. And like the difference for me between going for my haircut on myself and going for my haircut with two boys is two completely different experiences altogether.
When I take Max separate to me going, because it is an hour to myself.
Yeah, you can't just chill out and talk shit. You're just shouting constantly.
Yeah.
Really,
Sit down.
Yeah.
Move your head.
I think it's like nice as well, because like with me being younger, and then we're all quite younger barbers.
Yeah.
It's like all that younger generation's coming through, and they're not scared to come to our barbers. Because when you were younger and stuff like that, I found, well, obviously, because when I had long hair and then I cut it short, I found it really nerve-wracking going to a barber.
How long were your hair?
It was down to my back.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
And what age were you when you chopped it all off?
14.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I think especially for lasses, like it's a lot less nerve-wracking coming to someone like me rather than like a older man. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like especially with me being gay and stuff as well, I get a lot of lesbians that come through.
I remember when you first started cutting hair, and I said to her, what you need to do, get some business cards down at Candy, get them flying about. You're gonna have everyone here.
Yeah.
It's right though, because as you've just said, there's a real subtle market just for you.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you work in a very male dominant environment, but like you say, you've got...
There's that side where it's all like lasses with short hair. They might be gay, they might be not. But
Yeah.
they're still scared to go into a barber shop.
Of course, yeah.
I know, like my stepmom, she's got short hair, and she actually walked into a barber's once, and they said, "No, we don't cut women's hair."
Even though it
was short haircut, it was still a short hair style.
No way.
So you just get some of them people, don't you?
So you've just kindly dropped that you are gay.
Yeah.
So do you mind going back, telling us childhood?
Yeah. To be fair, I don't really have like a coming out. Everyone just sort of knew anyways, so...
Did you know though?
It was really confusing when I was growing up, because it's like everyone were going, "Oh, you're a lesbian, and I'm like, "No, I'm not." Because, and I think that was mainly because of like high school and stuff like that. Like, well, my mum were a lesbian, and me and my sister in like primary school, we used to get bullied for it.
Yeah.
Like, and that's just kids being kids.
Yeah.
It's just
Unfortunately.
Yeah. And I think that, in a way, thinking back now, that probably scared me
to come out.
To just be
yourself. Yeah.
And it sort of made me feel like it were a bit wrong to do that when people are like, I don't know, bullying you. When you're in that mindset, like as a kid, it's like you think that's wrong then because they're bullying you, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it took me ages and ages and ages, and then it's just as I sort of got older, then it's come all open about it, you know what I mean?
So what age would you say you were? All right, you didn't come out, but what age did you say, yeah, I am actually gay, sort of? Not even to you. Did you have to go to your mum? Did you?
No? She knew, to be fair, but I never like fully went and admitted it until I got a girlfriend.
Right.
And then, that's it really. Like, I never actually went up to everyone and went, "Oh, I'm gay," because everyone just sort of knew. But I was always in denial.
Yeah.
For some reason, and I don't know why.
So the only person you really had to, not convince, but come out to her yourself. Yeah. I think it's quite nice. Like, looking back now, do you think that the way it's just naturally happened and people have just, we sort of knew, is better than having to do a big reveal, you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Do you know anyone who's actually had issues or like the coming out thing really daunting with them or anything like that?
I'm trying to think, to be honest, 'cause I know loads of gay people, like, and I don't know, they never really think it because it's like, when, I don't know, it's like this generation, it's more accepted.
Accepting,
It's more accepted, but for instance, my stepmom, her father-in-law, he didn't like it when she was thinking, like, growing up, and she went like 90s or something like that, so it's just sort of changed over generations.
Yeah, it's mad now, like, literally, if someone, I don't know, one of my mates came to the door, I'm like, "Oh, look, I'm gay." You wouldn't even fucking flinch, would you? Be like, "All right, sound. Are you having a cup of tea or do you want coffee?" But, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is more accepting now. Because, like, I know I keep saying when we've got 10 years on you, you wouldn't think it were, you're quite mature, you know what I mean? Quite mature, talking and whatnot. But it's like when we were 20, I don't think people were like accepting and as free will to come out.
To be honest, apart from my cousin, I don't think I really knew any gay people growing up. Truthfully.
I know a lad, God bless his soul, he were in my school, in my year at school, and he were that scared to coming out, but he didn't mask it well. Do you know what I mean? And I believe he committed suicide because he were that scared of coming out. And it's so unbelievable to think now that someone had to think like that. Do you know what I mean? And it's scary. It
is when it's so accepted in this day and age.
Yeah.
And it's still
hopefully anyway. Because I know there's still the odd person that's still out there that has an issue with it. But it's like you say, it's a generational thing more than all. I don't think you'd see a 20-year-old with an issue with it now. No. But you would see a 60-year-old with an issue with it now. Do you know what I mean?
But then I think anyone that does have a problem with it, it's more just small-mindedness. I mean,
Yes. Yeah.
again, rest her soul, that poor lass that's been on news this week, 16-year-old stabbed to death. She were trans, but they reckon that were a hate crime, you know what I mean?
Really?
And you can only imagine, no one's got any sympathy or backing for people that have done that. If that's what it's about, she might have just, you know, there might have been something else happening, but I think, like you say, anyone that's got an issue with it now, it's either their own issue or it's just people who are small-minded.
Yeah. It's like, we did a post on Instagram recently, and it blew up, it got like 200k views, but there were all these like old men commenting about me, saying, what in the lesbian is that? And all these like different comments and stuff like that. And it's just like...
It's mad that it still goes on.
Yeah, I was just thinking, it didn't affect me, like...
No, I think I were in shop in or around the time that it went out.
Yeah.
And I remember, you obviously, I wouldn't say you were pissed off or down about it, but you could see, like, as if this is still fucking happening.
Yeah.
And, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That TikTok.
It was a Wakey Wines post.
That's it.
on
Yeah.
What were it? Sorry.
So
what
we did
was
like a remake of Wakey Wines,
Oh, yeah.
but we did it like Yorkshire, like barbershop style, and I don't know, we threw a few words in our own, and then it was just like it blew
Isn't it
up.
mad that 200, what do you say, 200,000 people
Yeah.
liked that, and a certain
Still-
majority,
yeah,
all
just
they could
pick
take away
on-
from that,
yeah,
that you were gay.
Yeah.
You
That's
just
what I
think,
mean.
fuck off, you know.
It's just them people out there, they just seriously need to go up.
Is this, apart from that one, would you still say, I don't know if have you got a girlfriend at the moment?
No.
But when you had a girlfriend and you'd walk down the street, would you feel comfortable as ever, or did you still think, what if, or do you know what I mean?
To be fair, I don't see. It's an hard one because that was my first girlfriend. Yeah. So it felt a bit weird, anyways. You know,
Right.
like being out there in front of everyone.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
I don't know. It's just one of them. It's like, because some people are like, oh, we get it, you're gay. You don't need to rub it in, sort of thing. You know what I mean? Walking about and stuff, but it's just.
Yeah, but it's not like you're walking around with fucking strap-ons tied to you, is it? You know what I mean? If you're holding hands, for fuck's sake, you know.
Yeah.
Even my eldest, like, there's a couple of parents at his school where, you know, some kids have got two mums, and he doesn't see anything in it at all.
No.
But I think that's where, moving on, this small-mindedness and these people who still don't, they're just going to get weaned out as they get older more than out, aren't they?
It's like that drag race. There's them drag race stars on. They were on the Ross. I think it was Ross Kemp TV show. It were a game show anyway, a celebrity version, and the RuPaul drag race girls were on it like tea time. Whereas I think with us growing up, I don't think it would have been allowed.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
There would have been fucking pickaxes and flames there, you know what I mean, at BBC door saying this isn't acceptable. Now it's good.
Yeah.
Can I ask you something? And I don't, well, no, I won't offend anyone in saying this.
Yeah.
Obviously, at the minute, there's a lot of controversy around parts of the LGBTQ plus community. Yeah. Like, I think most recent one that's got a lot of traction is this Sam Smith thing.
Yeah.
As a gay person, do you look at that and think, no, this is a bit...
I just think that's what I mean, like he's going out there and he's going like that, and then that'll get labelled as like LGBT, but that's not even what it's like. Me, a normal down-to-earth person, like living in Bradford, lesbian, well, it's just that normal like any other person, do you know what I mean? I don't go out of my way to...
No pun intended, but he's literally ramming it down your throat.
You get one in every single time.
I do try.
I think this goes back to Chris's podcast though, and another thing that you definitely can take away from what you've just said is, again, mainstream media, as much as they look like they try to help your community, they certainly fucking don't somewhere like, you know... Oh, there's a protest in fucking Birmingham because two blokes are in bondage gear walking, holding hands with a kid and stuff. It's like, fuck off. That's not real life.
Yeah, no. I think all that celebrity stuff, like, people shouldn't just look up to it. Like,
So
especially younger lot, they shouldn't even look up to it because it's just not real, is it?
No. It's like, first of all, it was his music video, wasn't it? And then it were what he wore at Brits, and then his performance at Brits. It's like, it doesn't all need to be in news. It doesn't, if you're for or against it, whatever, but it's like you say, it's putting a bad word on a community that's trying to help other people.
Yeah.
If that's what I'm trying to
just
say.
fucking try to get on with your life, setting that day, aren't you? But I think, I don't know, there's good and there's bad in everyone, but I just don't see it. I think, fair enough, if them sort of things are happening, rightly so, there's certain situations that aren't going to be right, but then again, it's straight people do shit that's not right, you know. It just doesn't need plastering all over, because then dickheads jump on your Twitter and stuff like that, and I don't know, it's just like a big rolling ball.
That's what it does. It like then they trigger off that hate towards the gay community. It's like when NHS put that gay pride. Do you know, like the rainbow over the NHS, and they're like, why can't it just be about the NHS? We have to make it a rainbow and stuff like that. But I was thinking, it's not even the gay people who have done that.
No.
Do you know what I mean? Like, we're getting labelled for something where it's like, it's not even us who's done that.
Yeah,
So,
and then you're walking down the street and some arsehole shouts some
angry old man's be like,
It's bizarre. I don't know if it were COVID or what, but, well, it's probably just me getting older, but I don't know if you remember this. Obviously, we've got, like he said, 10 years on you, but
yeah.
when I first started going out drinking and stuff, you didn't see many gay people about, and gay bars were gay bars.
Yeah.
We went to wherever. But then as we were growing up, like Candy opened in Bradford, and we'd be up there, and, you know, you go to Leeds, boom, straight out at Fibre and all that. And I remember I went to Newcastle once, and we accidentally ended up in gay part. Best part at night we had.
Yeah.
I push that in.
There's
That wasn't a gay pun either.
Yeah, I know.
There's more straight people in like Fibre and stuff like that than there is actually gay people now.
Yeah, because like lassies find it more comfortable being in like without getting without getting predated on other straight creepy lads and whatnot.
Yeah.
So, have you ever had anyone come to you for advice or anything, or?
I mean, I can't try to think, because I speak to people day in, day out, so it's like...
Even lads?
Yeah, to be fair, I have had lads come in shop and they've been like, talking about problems with their like partners and stuff like that, and I just talk shit.
Yeah.
To be honest, just to try and make them feel better, because I can't relate to that side of stuff, like where it's like marriage and stuff like that.
No, I just like if any lads have said about coming out, or just in like the.
No, I haven't really ever had anyone sort of say that they're gay. No, I tell a lie actually. I mean, like one of my mates, she was like, when I first cut my hair short, she was like.
Is that you worked at McDonald's with you?
Yeah. She sort of wanted to cut her hair short, and she was like scared at first because of what her mum might say, or what her dad might say, or what people might say. But I think because I did it first, it was a little bit less daunting.
Yeah.
Like everyone knew that she was like gay anyways, so it was just one of them. So I just sort of said, look, you just do what you want to do. That's all that matters.
That's good. At such a young age as well.
Yeah.
How old did you say you were? About 14 when you started?
Yeah. And I cut my hair short, and I walked back into school that day, and I walked into English class, and like full class started laughing at me. I was just like, sound.
Were you like one of the first in your year as well, would you say?
Yeah, I was first, like last to cut the hair short.
Yeah.
And then over a period of time, there were like a few different lassies that cut their hair short then, like in school. So it's just one of them, innit? You've got to keep your head up. Like.
Yeah, you too, right? Good on you as well.
End of the day, you've got to be yourself, and
that's it.
I mean, would you say if you'd not bothered and put a mask on and pretended, no, I can't be gay, you surely wouldn't have been properly happy.
It'd eat you up, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it'd eat you up inside.
Yeah. Did you feel like a sense of pressure release when you've done it then that day?
Yeah, because do you know what? I don't know. I just didn't feel like myself. Like, cause I was always a bit of a tomboy when I was growing up and stuff like that. Like, my mum used to try and make me wear girly clothes when I was growing up, cause I was a girl, but well, I still am. But do you know what I mean? Like, I just didn't feel comfortable. I don't know what it was. I just didn't feel comfortable in like dresses and stuff like that. Like, I didn't like it.
Oh, fair enough.
But yeah, that's just sort of growing up, innit?
Yeah, too right.
Becoming yourself.
You find, you've like as a lad, you find that even yourself, you find your own sense of clothing and whatnot as well, don't you? Even, I don't know, there's certain things you might want to copy the trends, but you don't feel comfortable. You know what I mean? I know I know it's totally different to what
I don't think it is really, because as quick as someone can say to you, oh, you're a girl, why are you not wearing dress? Well, people say to me, why the fuck are you wearing shorts in winter? Well, because that's what I want to wear, that's what I'm comfy in, so fuck people, arseholes anyway. So, I know you... whoa, interference. CIA. Let's try that again, yeah. You do a lot of work at the shop for Man in the Mirror. Do you just want to give a...
Yeah. So Man in the Mirror is a men's mental health group aimed at like men where they're struggling and they are opening up about it, and it's more like a space where it's just for men, because I think men are comfortable in barbershops, do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like you'll get some men who'll come into barbershops and they'll tell you the little life story and what's affecting them, stuff like that. So mainly that was the idea, to sort of do a group in a barbershop where you can actually talk to people who can actually help you. I mean, we're barbers and we always listen and stuff like that, and we try to give advice, but sometimes you might need that professional where he's like can actually go through a group, a one-to-one
and guide you.
Yeah.
You've also done a course on mental health as well, haven't you?
Yeah.
What was that?
So it was a course to know the signs of mental health, basically, and to ask someone like if they're struggling and stuff like that.
The right questions to ask.
How to come across it, how to act if they are struggling, and if they open up to you, sort of don't ask questions where it's going to trigger something and stuff like that. It was really good.
Do you feel like that's helped you in your job?
Yeah. I think it's probably helped me mentally as well.
Oh, wow.
Like, thinking, because, I mean, everyone has family problems and stuff like that, don't they?
Yeah.
So, like, with my family, there's, like, people have problems and stuff like that. And I before that course, like, I couldn't deal with it. It was just stressing me out because I can't listen to it, do you know? When it's people you care about, it's a bit different, innit?
Yeah, too right.
But then after that course, it's like I just had more of an understanding, and I just thought you need to be a bit, just listen, because that might be I might be the only person one of my family members can talk to, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And they try to open up to me and reach out, and I'm not showing them support. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who were that with them? Were that with Mental Health England? Or were it
yeah.
I think I did same course, yeah. It
was really good.
Yeah, that's something I'd like to do, that, because at work I'm a first aider, and you can add the mental health first aid onto that course, so you can reach out to people at work, and they can reach out to you. And like for me, I'd like it because I wouldn't say, I don't know how to word it. I wouldn't say I struggled, but it's like my stress and anxiety. Yeah, I struggled. I wouldn't say I was depressed. Like my anxiety is ridiculous. Like we just seen then, if something goes wrong, or I just stress and flap, and surely there's a better way of doing something about it than stressing and flapping and pissing my wife off for the rest of our days.
100%. I don't know if you know about it, but a lad we know called Elliot Cousins, he set up a charity, same thing as Man in Mirror Speaking Club, and like I had a proper bad breakdown a few years ago, and I did some charity work for his charity, but also started going down there, and I never used to say much. Basically, everyone used to meet down there, have a cup of tea and go for a walk, and if you wanted to speak to someone, there were people there, but I never really spoke to people, but people spoke to me and were telling me their shit, and I'm like, I really don't have out to whinge about.
Yeah. It's kind of like an eye-opener, isn't it, really? Because everyone has the struggles and stuff like that, and then you listen. Sometimes you listen to other people and you think, oh, fucking hell.
Mine's not compared to that. Yeah.
You feel proper, like, it just opens your eyes, and it's like, that's what I mean. That course was really good because it taught you, like, do you know, like, if you were feeling stressed or like had anxiety and stuff like that, it taught you like breathing techniques and stuff like that to calm yourself
Box breathing.
down.
Yeah, I've tried. I'm on with that one.
Yeah.
It's like in 4 seconds, hold it 4 seconds. Yeah.
Draw like a box with your finger.
And we do that. To be fair, Man in the Mirror, we're doing their walks where it's like, we did one Sunday just gone actually, and that's just like a Sunday. They plan a Sunday and we'll go on a walk, and last time there were about 20 of us.
That's good.
And it's just nice to get out. It's nice to just go out on a walk on a Sunday.
As stupid as it sounds.
People.
Yeah.
Do you know, you said, obviously you've had people that have sat in your barber chair and opened up to you.
Yeah.
Have you ever been speaking to someone while they've been sat in a chair and they're sort of, not venting, but telling you about, the pretty much try to open up to you, and then half an hour later or whatever it's took to cut their hair, you see them leave shop and think, nah, something's not right there, or I could have done with another hour cutting their hair to try help them.
Yeah, to be fair, I think I have had people where they've been having problems and stuff like that, and I've just said, look, everything will be all right and stuff like that. Like, you just get like time will tell and stuff, and then I think. To be fair, I think like I've had people where it's like the wife has left them or something like that, or the girlfriend at the time, they've left them, and they've come into the shop and stuff, and I've only just newly started cutting their hair, and they've opened up to me, but now I've got that customer for like life now. He's a weekly customer, so I must have done something right, and I must have probably made him feel that little bit. Made it feel that bit better. For him to keep coming back, you know what I mean? After opening up and talking about stuff like that.
As well, you've got to learn not to take it home with you as well, really. Because, like you say, if you're having, 6 to 8 customers a day, and they're all telling you your problems, it will get, even though it's in a good, happy environment, you're still going to take a bit home, aren't you, in a way? So you do well, really.
And on flip side, 8, 10 people, whoever, if all of them are coming in and telling you their problems, I bet you stood there with clippers thinking, we just shut the fuck up. Do you know how many issues I've got going on at the minute? I've got this happening, that happening, I'm stressed too, but again, like, because you've done your training and that, you're just listening, where I suppose sometimes you want to just vent to them.
To be fair, like, I think it's like everyone has a bad days, like you say, and to be fair, most of my customers will know, like, if I'm stressed out or something stressed me out. But I try to not show it. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes it's hard to not show something when you're, like, feeling upset or something like that.
There's nowhere to hide either, is there?
There's been a few times where I've heard bad news or something come from, like, a phone call, and I'm like, had a text or something, and it's midway through an haircut, and it's upset me, and then it's like, it's just like, how do you react to something when you've got someone sat in your chair? Like, it's happened, like, where like, my dog passed away, and I had a customer in my chair, and obviously I was upset, because, like, dogs are like family, aren't they?
Of course they are.
Literally, like family, and I were crying whilst I was chat cut his beard because I was like, it's just one of them. It's one of them jobs where you're with people all the time, so it's.
And it's not one of them where you can easily throw sickie, really, is it?
No.
Because you've got your full day to rearrange, and
Yeah.
you're self-employed. You have to. It's on you, isn't it? So
Yeah.
take my hat off to you.
Yeah.
Half of people I know get their hair cut up at your place. I've never been up there, but I never realised. I realised there was something about it because so many people go up there, but I never realised how much of a community were built in that barber shop. You know, I mean, I have a chat with mine. He's a Turkish bloke, lovely, but I guarantee I've had the same conversation with him a million times. Where
see, that's the thing. It's like when someone comes in our shops, you guaranteed that the customer sat in your chair knows the guy sat in the other chair. So it's just nice because you can just like talk to each other and stuff like that. It's not one of them where you're walking in, it's like awkward. You're just chatting all day and just having a laugh.
it's good. We should have got a discount code off for Johnny Wobbsy. I just want to say use Tellers Your Tale for 10% off at the Yorkshire chair.
Let's not yet. He's yet to come on, so we don't want to upset him before he's sat in our chair.
Yeah.
No, I think. I don't think me personally. Don't get me wrong, I'd love to be a barber. Now I look at it and look what people do and it's brilliant, but I don't think we're, like you just said, sometimes you're having a bad day.
Yeah.
When I'm in a bad mood, I don't want to speak to anyone.
Yeah.
So I sort of don't know how you do it, interacting with that many people every day. And I'm guaranteeing you get some people that you just don't fucking like. You don't particularly want to speak to them anyway.
I'm quite lucky, to be fair.
Rough haircuts.
Like all my customers.
Tram lines.
But yeah. I've had, to be fair, when I first ever started out, like cutting hair at the shop, I had this old guy come in, and oh my God, it proper put me off because he was just rude as soon as he walked in. And like, I don't know what it was. Maybe it was because I was a girl, or maybe because I was gay or something like that. He just didn't like me from the start. And he basically he walked over. He sat in a chair and I said, "Oh, so what are we doing? What are we doing today?" And he's like, "Cutting it." And I'm like, "Right, have you got a certain style that you sort of want to go for?" And he's like, "Just cut it." I went, "All right, that's fine." Obviously, being an apprentice and I've only just started out, it's really nerve-wracking cutting someone's hair. So I've gone to go wash his hair, and he's like, "Well, there's no need for that." And I'm like, "It's just a part of our service. Like, it's to make you feel nice, basically. Like, it's just a part of it." Anyways, I washed his hair, and like the first bit of hair that I picked up, he went, "No, get me out." Took gown off. Yeah. So,
that were right, daunting experience.
And then he came back in like a few months after, and Wobbs were off, and he walked straight past me, and he walked up to Isaac Kurtle, who used to work with us.
Yeah.
And he went, "I want an haircut, but I don't want it done by an apprentice." And he went, "Right, that's sound. I'll just let her book you in and stuff like that." So he walked over at reception. He went, £22. I wasn't there, and then walked back out. I was like,
"Fucking hell!"
Fucking Pete. He should have played his. He should have called his bluff straight away.
I know.
When he started being a twat with you. Right, if you just want to sit down and take your pants off, we'll make a start.
I know, but to be fair, I'd handle that situation completely different now because I've been in the trade a lot longer, than I was then.
But you were like naive, weren't you? You were young.
Yeah.
You didn't want to upset Wobbs, probably.
Yeah.
Like now, he's probably it's free reign for you, probably. You know what I mean?
I was just going to ask, because you started out as an apprentice there, how important have they been, both to your barbering career and obviously growing up with them and being gay, and are they a real good support them, everyone you work with?
Yeah. Like, to be fair, I class them lot as like family. I see them more than anyone else. Wobbs, I sit and have Christmas dinner with him, so that's what I mean. Like 4 years ago, I'd never have thought you'd be so close to someone, because like at Mackie's, my boss were completely different. She was right bitch. But Wobbs is more like a mate. He's like a best mate.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
all others are like Owen and stuff like that. Like you could just ring them up anytime and stuff like that.
You're not a number up there, are you?
No. That's what I mean. You feel really valued, and maybe that's why people want to work there, because to see how good it is, like as a team, and it's not like a job. It's more like a.
Where did it used to be? It's at Wyke now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's still at Wyke.
Where did it used to be?
So Wobbs he started at Ramson's.
Yeah.
Wibsey High Street-ish, and then he went to Urban Esquire, which were Deanclough Mill, but I believe they've moved now.
Right.
Yeah.
And then from there he bought the Yorkshire. But
right.
hopefully that story's to come.
Yeah. Well, we won't go too deep into that. So, what, I guess, without getting yourself sacked, what are your plans for the future? Like, not just work-wise, like personally, like what are your aspirations? Because you're still young, you like, talking to you come across older than years, you know what I mean? But you are still young, like, now is where you're probably starting to think, I won't mind whatever.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, I think where I'm at now, it's like I want to progress at the Yorkshire chair and sort of, because I feel like there's a lot of opportunity, so I'll probably stay for a while, to be honest, because I'm happy where I am, and like I love all my client base and stuff like that. Yeah, just see how far I can go at the Yorkshire chair, to be honest. And then I'm wanting to get into DJing actually, like, because I've always loved music since I was younger, like proper love music. And I used to download DJ apps on my phone when I was 14 and try and mix. So
Ask her what a DJ name is.
Go on.
Take no notice.
Are you DJing now then? Have you started?
Yeah, I've started, yeah.
Come on then, tell us a bit about this.
Well, I'm only doing like SoundCloud mixes at the minute.
Right.
But I've bought all the equipment. I mean, fucking hell, I've put about £1,000, maybe more, down into like decks, speakers, laptop. Didn't realise how expensive it was.
Come on, get a plug in. What's your SoundCloud?
It's Leona Rhodes. Just, yeah.
So that's Leona Rhodes on SoundCloud. And what kind of music are you sort of specialise in, if you like?
So I play a bit of house, a bit of tech, bassline, Bradford's finest.
I'm all over this, mate.
Yeah. But yeah, to be fair, I've got a few sets like that are probably gonna be good, and then I'm gonna try and get myself out there as much and get connected with other DJs. Because there's a lad that comes at shop, because we do like open deck day on Fridays, and he's really good. He's a really good DJ, to be fair. He's called Connor. So yeah, me and him are on about doing like a night, try to in future get a bit of money behind us, and then maybe organise a night for like house and tech, because I don't think Bradford really has that. It's all like 4x4 and bassline and stuff like that, but you want that happy house, not happy house, but house music where it makes you feel happy and like.
Yeah, it's Leeds or Manchester for that, really, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
I think that's probably like quite an hard thing now. I mean, when we were growing up, nightlife in Bradford would, I dare say, decent. You used to have Red Square, and then Tokyo's opened, which were a massive, like, that was a big old nightclub, that, like.
No, Bob's DJ'd there.
Yeah. Oh, is he a DJ as well?
Well,
Used
retired.
Circa 83.
But yeah.
So, in an ideal world, you keep doing your SoundCloud mixes, all the rest of it. What's the dream? Where would you like to see yourself on a set of decks? Are we going to Ibiza?
Ibiza,
Yeah. That's good. Definitely. Dream big. Yeah. Honest to God, you're 21 year old.
Yeah.
Like you say, you're around a lot of people that are probably older. Are they all older than you in shop?
Yeah, to be fair, that's what I mean as well. With the job I'm in, I'm connected to like loads of different people in loads of different trades. Like I started DJing, like, I don't know, maybe last year. Just having a mess about and stuff like that. And then I've had loads of like people who have done it in the past. They've given me like USBs and stuff like that for music, and just helping me out and sending me like tutorials and stuff like that. And I just think like the support you get from people, it's like it's nice.
Good.
One thing that I'd advise you, this podcast were an idea in my head for like 12 months, and I overthought what other people would think, and how do you set one up, and didn't end up. I just made a Twitter page. Obviously, me and KP started speaking. Went on Amazon, bought gear, fastened it to this table, and off we go. And we're 3 episodes in. Yeah. I'd honestly say if it's something you want to do, what have you got to
grab
lose?
Hold of it.
Yeah.
Grab hold of it and do it. Because like Jake just said then, like that first photo that we put out with me, you and Cookie, just as a teaser to let people know type of guests that are coming, I was shitting my pants. I was thinking, what the fuck are people going to think? What's KP got to talk about? And it, to be all honest, like you know from tonight, it's you doing the talking and us just asking what we think's a relevant question. So yeah, I was shitting my pants, me. I was thinking, what if this, what if that, and then I just thought like, fuck it, we're only here once. It's an opportunity. It's hopefully something that no one's done, like the working class podcast for the working class people, really, with different people from different walks of life in it, really. And I just think, fuck them. If anyone's got all to say, then come on, chair, and see if they've got bollocks to talk about it, because it's fucking not easy.
No, it's not. I dare say this is more. I mean, we're 3 in, so it's going to get easier as it goes, but I don't feel nervous, I don't feel awkward, you know, and I've never met you before, so...
Yeah, I feel like it's going sound.
Yeah.
I feel like I've known you for like 10 years.
Well, we'll 100%, like, your mixes, stuff like that.
Any backing we can do.
Yeah, all we can do, like, we'll share stuff for you, and, like, honest to God, just go for it.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
know
think
you're
that's
busy
what it is.
with work.
It's that pressure of what other people are going to think, what if I do bad, or what if it goes wrong and stuff like that. But do you know what? Like, when I started barbering, I thought, what people might think, why is he a girl doing barbering? Like, girls can't be a barber, that's a man's job, but it's not.
No.
A quote that I proper stand by and I love is, those at top at mountain, they didn't fall there. You know, Tyson Fury, first time he laced up a pair of gloves, want a world champion boxer.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He's fucked up, he's failed. They say failure is a stepping stone to success, do you know what I mean? Yeah. So do it, fuck it up, and then do it again. Yeah. And next time you'll learn the little thing, you know what I mean? Yeah. I think there's a lot of pressure when you're growing up. You're indoctrinated like straight away from school. Yeah. There's an A star and there's a fail. Yeah. There's not a mass amount in between. You're either, yes, you have done it right, or no, you have done it wrong. When realistically, them D's and C's and shit like that, they're important. Yeah. Do you know? I just, like, going back onto grabbing the opportunity, I just want to say, like, just go for it, work for it, because, like, you're probably going to have to do a set of Friday night, and then work Saturday, Saturday night, go again. You got Sunday off. You'll probably be doing something with, like, Monday, man in the mirror on Monday. So just, it's like tonight, I worked 12 hours today, I'm working 12 hours tomorrow. It's not a sob story, but last thing I wanted to do is it's not the last thing I wanted to do. You know what I mean? Ideally, we'd have all the free time in the world to do these opportunities, but you've got to work for what you want to do, don't you? Yeah.
See, like, on a Wednesday I work, and it's like, I'll finish at 3 and I'll just go home and do naught. But then it's like today, I've gone home, played on decks for a little bit. Then I went for food with my mate, and now I'm here, and I feel so much better for it, because it's just like keeping busy. I think, because when you stop, you just end up being tired, or you end up in your own thoughts and stuff like that, and then you just You've got such a good mentality at 21. I mean, it's took me to get to 31 to get the mindset you've got now. And honest to God, being productive, it's only way that you're going to achieve what you want to do. Yeah.
That's what I was trying to get at previously without sounding like a dickhead.
No, but you know, we all know that person that's, I've put some weight on, and then you see them next time and they'll tell you the stop story every single time, but they spend all the free time, I don't know, sat watching TV and, I just ain't got time for it, Jim. what have you done this weekend? Oh, I've been watched Ozark.
Yeah.
I've done 2 seasons. It's like, well, someone were talking to me, an old friend at one of kids' parties other day, and he said to me, how do you do it? I'm like, what? It's like, well, you work, you've got a family, you've got dogs, but every day you train and you do this and you do that. I'm like, yeah, but on a Saturday morning, I get up at 5 o'clock. I only work like 12 days a month. But on my days off, I don't lie in bed till 10 o'clock and then get up and cook breakfast and sit and watch Netflix till 2 and then think, I could have done something, but I've got to pick kids up from school in an hour. Like, you got to use your time as though it's currency, and you won't waste money. And time is the currency,
Time's
really.
money, innit, really.
Yeah, it is.
But thing is, with money, you can have 2 goes at that. You can waste your money and make some more time. You're not getting it back.
Yeah.
So, but that's just me.
Just going on to like you've been 21. I find it quite mad, really, because like obviously you've cut my hair for about 4 years.
Yeah.
In or around, or been in or around that shop about 4 years. It's just mad to say, like, because like you say, you've got a good head on your shoulders and all the, like. I don't think they'll mind us saying, but I think your work made you do like a 5-year board, didn't they?
Yeah.
And the other 2 barbers were like, I want my own shop, or X, Y, and Z, but they both had the thing of, I want my own shop. And Leona were like, why, when you got it so good here? Yeah, you might have your dream of your own shop, but look at what you've got. You know what I mean? Not everyone thinks the way she's thinking. I don't know, I find it quite impressive.
I think with barbering as well, it's because it's blown up to what it is. I mean, I remember growing up, my dad still goes to the same barbers now down Manchester Road. Little Asian dude. I dread to think how old he is now, because I'm sure when I was little, he was 60.
Yeah.
And that was like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
But now, you don't just go get your hair cut. You go get your hair cut, you have your beard shaped.
It's an experience, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
I ask lads me down at Barbers, I'm like, can you do my eyebrows? Like, eyebrows? I'm like, yeah, 100%.
She's the one on
we
the
don't
thread.
we don't do eyebrows. I'm like, oh, you know.
Nose waxing the lot up at Yorkshire.
Yeah.
But do you think it's a competitive market?
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, you're at a proper leading shop, aren't you? Realistically.
That's what I was going to wait for the chat with Wobbs, really. I'd say it's Bradford's. It's up there with Bradford's number 1, in it, really, without blowing smoke up his arse.
That's what I mean, and that's like where it's come to my own shop and stuff like that. I think I'm still young. I'm in probably the best barber. I don't want to sound big-headed and all like that, but it is probably the best barber shop in Bradford. I'm at a good place. I've got a good client base, and I'm doing well. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, there's been times when I've been out on a night out, and another barber has come up to me, and I don't even know him, and he's gone, "Oh, you work at Yorkshire, don't you?" And it's like, how do these people know? It's mental. But it is very, very competitive, and I aren't like that. I just like to see everyone doing well. It's not a competitive like. That's what I mean. That's why we've done like a college. We did like a college. What's it called?
Induction day.
Yeah, we went in basically and showed new barbers how to cut hair.
Right.
Other day, and I just found it like really good, and like really, it made me feel like proper. It boosted my confidence a little bit, because you like in a barber and you get to that stage where it's like you've got that regular client base and stuff like that, and you feel like you hit a brick wall, because you've got so far, and then it's like how further can you go? Do you know what I mean? Because you see all these barbers on Instagram where they're like doing shows and stuff on in like barbering competitions and stuff like that, and then it's like, what am I doing? Like I'm only cutting hair in a shop and stuff like that, and then they're like got millions of followers and stuff like that, and they're cutting like Sergio Aguero's hair. But I found that college other day, it boosted my confidence up a bit, because I thought it's nice to show other people.
Giving back a bit.
Yeah, give it back, because Wobbs did that for me, but college didn't teach me how to cut hair with Wobbs. Do you know what I mean? So I think if I can help other people, like, who are wanting to do it, then they've got to show the passion and stuff like that. But I'll help them.
I honest to God, I've never met Johnny. That's his name, Johnny Wobbs. I've never met him, but honest to God, just from what you're saying, I have so much respect for that guy because it sounds like he really has. Took you under his. He give you a job, but it sounds like he's took you under his wing. He's nurtured you, like you say. You're working in one at Best Barber shop in Bradford.
Yeah.
But I think going back to, I mean, I assume it's a dream basically to you for you to go right. Johnny, that's me. I'm going to go up on mine now and I'm going to have a really successful business. But realistically, if you go open your own shop, your first bit of competition, Best Barbers in Bradford, isn't it? You know what I mean? So I think you're right in what you're saying. It's a real good mentality, like you say. Other two guys, when they did their vision board, dreams can come true, but when that's where you're coming from. Yeah,
that's what I mean. Like, I think as well, because it's a bit different because, like, obviously that was his first shop, like, and he didn't have the funds to take me on and all like that, so he took a risk, really. He took a risk by taking me on, because he could have got another barber where they're fully qualified and that, and he could have got money in, but whereas he took me on and taught me, so that's where I feel kind of loyal to him now, because it's like he showed me, so I ain't gonna go work in another barber shop and make their shop big when he's made me big. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, good on you.
Sort of like give him back, sort of thing.
Yeah. He's seen you as an investment,
and that's,
so just stick with it.
If I did ever like own my own shop, that's what I'd want. As staff. Do you know what I mean? Like, you'd want someone who's loyal, because I think that's what it is in barbering. It's just loyalty.
I think thing is, when someone gives you an opportunity, you really daft to pass it at you. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
But going back to your DJing, there's got to be a market somewhere. Somewhere in the next 10 years, when you're DJing, your barbering career and that have surely got to overlap somewhere, you know. Whether it's you doing a DJ set and taking your clippers with you and cutting 5 DJs there, you know what I mean?
There's something to it,
in Ibiza, classic cutting hair through day, DJing at night, be class. But
I'm getting checkbook out me. I can feel investment coming.
Get Yorkshire chair opened up in Ibiza.
Ibiza chair.
Yeah. We have, to be fair, it's good, like to say, back to like Fridays.
Sorry.
Yeah, so from here, you've told us your plans, you've told us about your music, hopefully music career, and first of all I want to thank you for coming on, accepting to come on, and just being as open and honest as you possibly have been. It's been amazing, it's been good.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, like you say, up until today, I've never met you. I feel like after sitting and talking to you for an hour, I feel like I've already known you ages, you know what I mean? No wonder you've got a good client base. You're a nice person. Yeah. And one thing I'll say to you is be confident in you seem confident in what you do, but make sure you have that confidence moving forward with what you want to do, because honest to God, people will back you. Like you're a very, very likeable person. Anything we can do to help, 100%. So
oh, buzzing, thank you.
Yeah.
Cheers for having me anyways.
Oh, good. Glad you've enjoyed it.
Just give us your SoundCloud link again, and anything else you want to get out, you know, if anyone wants to get in touch, to speak to you, get their hair cut, where can we find you on all these platforms?
Yeah, so my Instagram is Leona Rhodes _TYC, and my SoundCloud's Leona Rhodes.
Buzzing.
Brilliant.
We'll get them posted for you. All right, thanks again.
Thank you.
No worries, thank you.
Thank you.